Good day. My name is Leo Gilling from leogilling.com and also from Facebook's Jamaicans.com. That's Jamaicans.com on Facebook. And I'm also from leogilling.com, bringing to you some of the most interesting people and interesting places from Jamaica. This week we have a video with Diana McCauley, who has a petition out to earn 15,000 signatures to bring it to the Prime Minister to take action. So Diana, on this video coming up, will be talking about the cockpit country, how to save the cockpit country. She needs that 15,000 signatures. Last time I spoke with her, we only had 5,000 signatures. So please go ahead, watch this video, listen to Diana, and please, 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 please sign the petition. Very interesting. We should not be having petition to save the cockpit country. However, we do, and we need to do something about it. We don't want bauxite to damage our country any more than it has. So watch this video, and I'll see you at the end. Good day, my name is Leo Gilling. I am here today with Mrs. Diana McCauley, and the name McCauley means a lot to me. McCauley happens to be, and I think I'm right, that this is the bus company that used to run from back and forth through Rockabessa, right?
Yes, that's right. Country buses.
Country bus.
Red country bus.
I'm the red one. And a little bit of silver on it, but let me tell everybody, McCauley's bus had everything to do with my mother's success as a first higgler on the North Coast back in the 60s. Because that's where we would take our Dulcimin bus, and take the bus, and it take us from Rockabessa all the way up to Retreat Content, and then in the evening we take the other one going the other way. So it's very nice to meet you. All right, away with McCauley's bus. Tell us a little bit about Diana McCauley.
Okay, I was born here. My father was big figure run the McCauley's buses. I had a long business career in the private sector. And then in about the late 1980s, sometime after Hurricane Gilbert, I started to notice that places I loved as a child were disappearing. They were being degraded or closed off to Jamaicans, and so I got concerned about the environment. And I didn't know anything about the environment. I had a business degree, but I'm a reader, and so I started reading about it. And the more I learned, the more concerned I became. And eventually I convinced a gentleman named Omer Silva. He was a public health specialist here in Jamaica, and he took me around to places I, as a lifelong Kingstonian, had never visited, like the Riverton Down sewage plants that didn't work. Another sewage plant on the waterfront of Kingston, and I was really horrified, and I didn't understand how things could be so bad, you know. And the Harborview sewage plant, which is another place we're in, hadn't worked at that stage. Hadn't worked in 10 years, and the untreated sewage was just flowing across the beach into the sea. And I just thought, well, this is really bad, you know, and someone should do something about it. And you know, that's easy to think, but then it's a step to say that someone should be you.
Yes.
So I took pictures of these things I'd seen, and I invited my friends and business colleagues to see them, and we decided to form an environmental group. And so that was formed in 1991.
That's Jamaica
Environment Trust.
Environment Trust.
Yeah.
So Diana, tell us, what is the cockpit country? What are we looking at when we talk about the cockpit country?
So I think the cockpit country is Jamaica's heartland. So it's this large forested, still forested area in the west central interior of the island. It runs across 4 or 5 parishes, little piece in St. Anne, bigger piece in St. James, most of it in Trelawney, and a little bit to the south in St. Elizabeth. And it's this very important place for Jamaican heritage, Jamaican culture, because that is where the Maroon Wars were fought, and where the Maroons fought the British to a treaty in 1738, 1739, around there. So it's a symbol for us of struggle and resistance and triumph.
Strength.
You know, strength.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's got this important historical aspect. And then this large forest sits over an enormous underground lake, underground water, from which the major rivers in the west flow. So if you make a list of all the rivers, the springs, the streams, the upwellings, the ponds, all the different kinds of little rivers and stuff in Cockpit country, it runs to 32. And the 32 of them feed into these 4 major rivers that come out of.
Tell me the Martha Brae is one of them.
So Martha Brae is one, Rio Bueno, Great River, and Black
Rio
River.
Bueno also?
Yes, Rio Bueno is at the eastern.
Is that eastern? Yeah.
Eastern end.
Oh, okay.
So, and it's very, very complicated. If you read a hydrology study of Cockpit country, it will describe how these small streams rise in a certain place and then go back underground in another place to rise in a different place again, where they have a different name, and then they flow for a while and then they go underground again. It's a very complex hydrological regime. But it's got this incredibly important water resource for Jamaica. It supplies about 40% of the western needs for the country. Yeah, and about 40% of our available underground water sources. So some sources of water in Jamaica are for overgrown,
right?
But
yes.
some is from this underground water.
Right.
Underground water is really important because it's very hard to pollute if you leave it alone.
Yes. We'll get to that part.
And it doesn't evaporate, right? If you think of having,
because there's no sunlight.
Exactly. So it's really, in a very rare way, it's water in the bank.
Pure, yes. And
if the climate change projections for Jamaica are to be realized, our freshwater resources will fall by about 40%. We will really need Cockpit country. And then lastly, I have to say about the plants and animals that live there. It has this really high endemism, which means plants and animals that are found there and nowhere else in the world.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So there are even plants that are found on one hill in Cockpit country and no other hill. Wow.
I was doing a study recently. Not doing a study, I was reading and found after Professor Rosalie Hamilton said to me that she's doing a gender-based violence thing. That's why I'm not here.
Okay.
And so she said to me that there's a township in the Cockpit country, I think it's called Flagstaff, something like that, yeah. And they have not had not one murder in 50 years.
Really? I
Yes.
didn't know that about Flagstaff.
See, I'm teaching you.
Yes, always happy to learn.
That is something to brag about, because then we can use, we are using the Drums for Life theme, using bongo drums to shift behaviors in a township called Salt Spring in Montego Bay.
Okay.
So they're saying, okay, if Flagstaff can do it, let's shoot for the stars from so that's why I'm here. So I'm happy to hear that you've done all your geological, if I'm saying the right word, research, and you can educate me about 32 little streams and tributaries and stuff that ends up in 4 major rivers, and that's big time stuff. What is the threat?
So the threat is from bauxite mining.
Are we still having bauxite here?
There is still some bauxite here. We have 2 new players in the bauxite industry in the last few years. The GISCO, which stands for Jinhua Iron and Steel, has taken over the Alpart plant in Manchester, and a new company called New Day Aluminium, which bought Noranda, which was on the north coast.
Okay.
And what we believe is, and in fact have seen, is that the government has guaranteed a certain amount of bauxite to those companies. What we don't know is where the bauxite is to come from. But there is a fair that is from in Cockpit country. And in fact, the question of bauxite mining in Cockpit country goes back to 2006, when the government did issue prospecting licenses for bauxite in parts of Cockpit country, which is how we then got involved.
But that don't make any sense, though. Make no sense.
It doesn't make sense to me, but there are these economic realities. There's this push for economic development and jobs, and I don't think there is a proper accounting of what we would lose if we mined Cockpit country and what we would gain. I don't think that the maths are being done correctly.
I mean, there's no math needed either. I mean, the thing is, if you think about it, with the kind of natural resources that we have at Cockpit, there's no reason to even think it. We have some historical value there. The same thing that we call strength and vigor and all that, and the fact that we have those rivers that's giving us stuff, there's no reason why anybody should put that on. Why would we need a petition for that? That don't make any sense.
Yeah. One of the issues you see is this question of where exactly is Cockpit country.
Yes.
And so since 2006, that question has been up for debate. And JET worked with a group of many individuals and organizations, formed into a loose sort of coalition called the Cockpit Country Stakeholders Group back in 2006. And after a very extensive consultation between us, we proposed a boundary. Other agencies have proposed boundaries, so I think the government in the end ended up with about 7 different boundaries that were proposed for Cockpit country. And the idea was, once you settle on a boundary, you would protect it by law, and then what we want is for it to be closed to mining and quarrying.
Okay. So what would be the farthest boundary to the east and the farthest?
Well, if you ask us, it's, it would take in the Rio Bueno in the east, the forested area outside the ring road to the west, which is where places like Flagstaff are, and then even quite far south, almost to the Appleton Valley in the south.
Right.
But that has not been agreed,
okay.
And in fact the government has still not, after all these years, 10 years now, declared a boundary for Cockpit country. So that's one of the things the petition is trying to get to happen. That people will say, look, come on, you've now had all the information. They've gotten these submissions from various people, including the University of the West Indies. They did a consultation with people of Cockpit country and broadly Jamaicans in 2013. And a big report was done by the University of the West Indies, which recommended, type of boundary with a core section and an outer boundary and a transition zone, and also unequivocally stated that there should be no mining in Cockpit country, that the people of the area did not want it. But they haven't acted. That was in 2013, and the state has not yet acted. We think the decision about where to allow mining is imminent with these 2 new players I mentioned, and therefore this is why we started a campaign now to try and influence what decision is made.
All right, and so then we still have a lot of people living inside the Cockpit country.
Right, about 70,000 people.
70,000?
Yeah, live along what is called the ring road. So if you look at a map, you'll see the forested area, and then you'll see there's a road that runs almost around Cockpit country. So it's a difficult, place to get around, because you have to travel a long way around the outside to get to.
Well, you know how Jamaican people are. You're not moving them unless you're actually excavating them. So I can't see us allowing. I don't even know why this comes on the desk anyway for somebody to sign. That don't make any sense. But anyway, let's move on. And I'm sure that people out there in social media, by the way, once I get this, I'm gonna blast it across social media, right? And so we're gonna get. Yesterday I did. What did we do? We put in a video of drummers from the Cockpit country.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Right?
Yeah.
And I loaded it up to Jamaicans.com, and within 8 hours I had 2,500 people viewing it. This morning I looked at it, it was gone over 3,200. So this is going to be the same. And so I would love to be able to guarantee you something, but I need to know who can sign this petition.
Okay, so the petition is something new. It's a new initiative by Jamaica House to essentially allow Jamaicans to engage with their government. They have a similar thing in the US.
Right.
It has a very steep target. We have to get 15,000 signatures by the end of this month, by September 30th.
By the end of September, we need 15,000 signatures, and it's electronic. All electronics, we got to get on there and sign.
Right.
Please go ahead.
And now we have about 5,700, so we still have a ways to go.
Still that's a good number. When did you start?
We started the 12th of August.
Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, the Marcus
The
Garvey.
12th comes at the 21st. Anyway.
The Marcus Garvey petition didn't do much until the last weekend, but they got 26,000 in like 5 days. Right? So we can do this.
Yes, I think we hope we can.
What's the website?
So what we did was, because the website portal is a complicated URL, we have now a safecockpitcountry.org website. Okay. So the easiest thing for anyone to do is to go onto that website and it will give you some background. Some of the background I just explained to you. There's some images there. If you really wanted to get into more detailed information about this, there's some information up there, and there's the link to the petition.
So save the cockpit country.
Save
cockpitcountry.org. Yes. Savecockpitcountry.org. Please go on, read what you need to do. But does that have a link to sign? Or what?
Yes, it has a link to sign. It says, how do you get involved? Do you want to join the campaign? And when you go there, it says sign here. It gives you about 5 or 6 things to do.
Okay.
The first one is sign.
Okay.
The little complexity about signing is after you sign, it will tell you that you have to click on a link that comes in your email.
Oh, okay, but that's okay.
Yeah, but some people have said that email has gone straight to their spam folder. So if you don't see the email, check your spam folder.
Are you supposed to respond to that email again?
You're supposed to click on a link that's in the email.
Yes, inside the email, just to make sure.
And then it'll tell you, thank you, your signature has been uploaded.
Right, that's a signature.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a pretty standard thing, but this is the first time Jamaica House is doing this.
Yes.
So I think there have been some glitches.
Okay.
So, but persevere. If one day it doesn't happen, let us know. We then get in touch with Jamaica House and we say to them, look, this is not working. Initially when we put it up, it didn't work on a mobile phone.
Oh.
But because people told us that, we got in touch with them and they've made it now so it's working on a mobile phone. So we're essentially testing this method for being in touch with the government on this very important issue.
So the 15,000 people must come from Jamaica, or they can come from all over?
So what the petition site says is that they must be Jamaican citizens.
I am one.
Yes. So then I thought, well, okay, suppose you're a Jamaican citizen, but you're not here.
Yes.
Can you still sign? So I called up Jamaica House, and I think they want people with Jamaican connections.
Right.
Because you can, if you get a petition site from Change.org or Avaz or these other places, you can get hundreds of thousands of people who have never been here,
right.
Know nothing about the place, and I don't think that's what they want.
Right, right.
So I think we've been telling people, if you are Jamaican and you have a Jamaican connection, you're a Jamaican citizen living somewhere else, or you're not a Jamaican citizen but you're a resident here, and we've had people contact us who've been resident here for 30 years. So you feel a strong connection to the place, then please sign.
And then have you had any problems aside from the spam? Have you had any problems with anyone calling in and say, I can't?
Yeah, we had a couple of complaints a few days ago about people when they hit the submit button, the whole screen went white. Oh. So we have had those kinds of complaints, but the majority, we've had 5,700 people signed, and it's probably under 20 that have had an issue. So please try, and if you do have problems, let us know, and try again.
Okay,
keep trying.
And you're going to send me some stuff, right? So that I can send right across social media. I'm not so sure what it says.
It says end with Jamaica land resort of life.
I want, we engaged a conversation today, and you said something that was really, really nice, and I said I want it on camera. Okay. And I'm not so sure what it was. What was that?
So we're talking about how people feel about Jamaica,
That's right.
And you were telling me how people outside of Jamaica, people living elsewhere, have these very strong feelings in their hearts towards Jamaica. And my perspective is that is true. That there are many things we love about Jamaica, and being Jamaican, and I would include in it the weather, the food. Often men tell me the women. Often women tell me the men, the music, our athletes, our lifestyle, our friends, the kind of laid-back approach. There's this long list of things we love about being Jamaican and being in Jamaica. But I think we don't really love the land. And I think if you look around at the way we treat it, the way we throw garbage everywhere, cut down trees, set it on fire, dirty up the sea, I think we don't really love Jamaica, the actual place. And when I think about it, I can sort of understand why. Yeah. Because in a lot of cases, a lot of Jamaica is denied to a lot of our people. They don't feel like they have a stake. And there are places they can't go to. If you take the tourism industry, which has essentially taken over the best beaches and most of the coastline in Jamaica, Jamaicans feel left out, So I think this is something we have to grapple with, because being Jamaican also means being connected to the place, a physical place, the mountains, the sea, the flatland, the rivers. It's our home place, and we have to love it in our heart, and therefore not want to see it destroyed, see it paved over, see it become like everywhere else.
It's funny you say that, because a lot of us in the diaspora remember Jamaica as it was, as it was, right? And they do remember the physical land.
Yes.
But that is no longer there.
No.
The way we are accustomed. And what she's also saying here, people, is that a lot of the beach fronts that we were accustomed to going to sometimes, it's no longer available to us. So we can't get a chance to love that. If we're not paying a lot of money to go to the hotels, we're not being able to see it. But and you should take a look at the Cockpit country. You should take a look at the Blue Mountains, because those type of sightseeing mean a lot to the love of your. You know, I live in California for 30 years, and one of my pet peeves is that as I drive along the coast of California, there are no trees. There are not enough trees, and if I see a tree and it's supposed to be green, it's gold, because there's not enough sand, not enough dirt to create the greenery. Even though they have drip system under those, they don't come green. And you can cut a tree and put it in as a firewood, and it burns just as well as a dry tree. And so when I come east and I come to Jamaica, what I love to see is the green. It's a different type of green. It's like what we call hunter green. That has a lot of heart, you know, and it's the same way that when I look at the Cockpit country, I look at that heart. It's green, you know. I love it. I love it so much. So you broke my heart when you said Jamaica is a land
that we want to kind of like.
We're gonna kind of like.
Maybe.
So
sometimes I think it's a land we don't like very much.
Let's change that.
Yes.
Let's change that.
Because it's our home.
Yes, it
you
is.
know, I lived away for 30 years. Where's home? Is here still home?
What you talk say?
Yeah.
You see, I come out too often. I have to stop tell people that I'm coming, you know, because they get jealous.
Yeah. But it's home, right? It's home in your heart.
Home. That's the only place I call home.
I say I have to love where you live.
Yes.
And you have to love where you're from.
Thank you very much, Diana.
Thanks very much for the
And I promise you that this video is gonna go right across. I'm going to be a champion on getting people to sign up.
So, thank you so much. Cockpit Country, thanks you. Cockpit Country, thanks you.
Cockpit Country!
Since it called you.
He called me! He did call me. Thank you for watching the video on Save the Cockpit Country. It is a significant thing. This should not be on a petition. However, it is. So I hope you have learned as much as I have. I've learned that the Cockpit Country provides 40% of the water on the west coast of Jamaica. And also it has 32 streams, tributaries that lead into 4 major rivers, including the Martha Brae and the Great River. So, you know, I hope you enjoyed this video. We have several other videos coming out. Please follow us on leogilling.com and on Jamaicans.com on Facebook. Jamaicans.com on Facebook page, and also leogilling.com. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day now. Bye-bye.